Hello, welcome to Be a Better Person. Today is a little bit different as today I'm just doing a slight little update. So after approximately 36 videos, I just wanted to talk about how my YouTube channel is going. So first of all, Be a Better Person is all about self-love, self-improvement, self-awareness, kindness, gratitude. It's just things that by helping yourself in your life, you can hopefully make a difference in other people's lives. So the big thing is loving yourself, showing gratitude, looking at what you have instead of what you don't have, being kind all the time, and every interaction that you have with someone else, trying to do something that makes them feel better. The whole point of the channel was, it was from 2020 that I kind of came up with the idea. It took me 5 years to get up enough courage and not worry about what other people thought or worry about failing, and just my general proclivity to procrastination that got it off the ground. And so I just wanted to do an update kind of on how my journey has been, what I've accomplished. I see I still have not gotten rid of the ums. There's still a few of those. I still try to do this all one take. I try not to have to go back and re-record or edit because my computer is old and junky, and hopefully soon I will have enough money saved up to be able to purchase a new one just to get my computer up and running so I can do things. It takes anywhere from a half hour to an hour and a half because it's so slow. And I've cleaned it out a million times. It's just because it's old. So back to the whole purpose of the video and the channel. I just want people to not feel like they're alone. I just want people to see that other people feel the same way that I do. My thoughts, my ideas, my beliefs may not be the same as everyone else, but I think if we look deep down, we have so many similarities, and we need to kind of break away from judging people, from comparing ourselves to others, from really understanding societal programming, getting back to questioning everything. Why do we do the things that we do? Why do we never change? People talk about a lot of change, but we never actually do anything hardly ever that makes a change. We all stay in the same paths. We all work really, really hard. Few people become rich that you can't even imagine. And the rest of us just struggle from day to day. However, I think that life for me, myself, has been relatively easy. And that's why I'm trying to explain and share these things that a 60-year-old has been through, how he's adapted, what he's done to kind of make life seem pretty easy. But sometimes by it being easy, made me not work as hard as I probably could have. Things that make me question about, is this something I'm really passionate about or I really want to do if I'm not investing the time in it? So anyways, those are all kinds of things, hoping that I would get people to have dialogue. I don't care whether you follow me. I don't care whether you subscribe. I'm never going to ask that, probably ever. I started off looking at what all the gurus say and all the things that you can find on YouTube that talk about how to grow your channel, how to do this, how to do that. And finally, when I was listening to it all, I was like, I don't care if I never make a penny off doing this. I enjoy doing it. I have fun doing it. And if I can have one little person in the whole thing get something out of it, then it will have all been worth it. So, like I said, I started the channel. It took me 5 years to start it. I started it. It was approximately July 14th, 2025 is when my first episode, or whatever you call it, came out. I never asked anybody besides one of my friends and then my youngest daughter who helps me, and my wife, of course. But other than that, I've never reached out to anyone else saying, please watch my videos, watch it, help it grow. I just did this channel. I put my videos out and I see what happens. So the first two videos did really well. I mean, for me, really well, not probably for anybody else really well, but they got a decent amount of views from what I thought just launching would be. And then after that, we stayed anywhere between 10 and 20 views. And then I think it was about 4 weeks ago, I had one, I think it's my biggest one ever. I think it's up to 82 views, which, woo! I have 11 whole subscribers, which I don't know if any of those people watch on a regular basis. I only have one person who has commented now, I think for 4 straight weeks. which I really, really enjoy, because some of the insights from that person has made me see that, made me not feel alone, made me say, oh, wow, you feel the same way. Oh, you've had the same struggles and issues that I've had. So that's been very helpful. Like I said, I've done about 36 videos to date. Oh, one thing that I do is I have an Instagram, I have a X, and I have my LinkedIn accounts. And so when I have a topic, which I don't know what I'll write for this one, but when I have a topic, I will then go on, and for the next 7 days till the new video comes out, ask questions that pertain to the video. And then I do put a link to my YouTube channel. I don't know how much that's done, whether or not people have seen it from there and go check it out. I'm not sure. But it's something I just do. It's part of my routine. It's something that I want to do. And maybe in the future I'll start posting more, because I have a lot of ideas. But let's just stick to Be a Better Person. And I wanted to update this because I see so many things too, where people say, I got this many viewers after only 4 weeks. Well, guess what? I don't have very many viewers. I don't have very many views. I don't have very many people who are following me. I just want people to also know that just because you try something and you're doing something that brings you joy, you don't have to have these huge results. You don't have to listen to all these people. It would be interesting if I tried to follow some of those things and see what they said happen, but I really don't want to. I want to do things the way that I want to do them. And if the algorithm sends this out, then it sends it out. There are a couple things. I think I started a couple videos ago starting to put hashtags under my description of what the video was about. We'll see how that goes after we get 5 or 6 out. And so, like I said, I just wanted to see, I don't know anything about watch hours. But so the whole point of this is, like I said, mainly helping others. I am about a quarter of a way of writing a book that will go in tandem with this, and it'll have some things to kind of help people maybe use some of this stuff a little more in their lives, maybe realize and come to a conclusion and say, wow, yeah, I'm doing that too. Hey, how did he do this? Or this is what I do that stopped me from doing it, because now I changed the way I do. Another thing I do want to say is I see a lot of things by people who are supposedly successful, because I think that you judge your own ideas of success and happiness. You should define those. Nobody else, not what the world defines, not what your friend decides, not what you see somebody on social media defining. But they post a lot of things like, you got to hang around with people who are smart and who have ideas and who... I have people that I've been friends with since I've been 14 years old, and I would not throw them away for anything, because despite their flaws, despite whatever is in their life, they are very important to me, and I don't care if they're not trying to change the world. I don't care if they're not trying to improve. They will still always be a part of my life, and I still always will enjoy when I spend time with them. Again, I always want to stress when I do my channel that the views and opinions are just always mine. And I know on videos like this, I do jump around a lot because I got away from the whole point of the Be a Better Person thing, writing the book, my posting on other social media, hopefully helping people. And I just want to also possibly at some point become a public speaker where I can go into places and talk about, put some kind of together about how you can analyze how scared of failing holds you back, makes you not even want to try because you don't want to fail, because there's a big... I think that people put a negative thing to failing when it should be a positive thing, because it's how we learn. So I want people to always just be themselves too. You should always be yourself. You shouldn't change because you're worried about judgment or you're worried about criticism. You shouldn't compare yourself to others. You should just be who you are. And not that that doesn't change and it doesn't go throughout life, that who you are in your 20s might not be who you are in your 30s or 40s or 50s or 60s. Same thing of, what you are at 10 might not be the same as when you're at 15. I mean, I think those are some of the years that stuff changes so quickly. And we just always have to realize that we just have to stay true to ourselves, love ourselves, embrace our flaws, realize we're going to make mistakes. And so please too on this, if you say, hey, maybe this is a topic you should cover, that would be awesome too, because having ideas and being creative. I have a bunch still that I would like to talk about, and then probably when I get done with those, I might start from the back to the beginning and kind of look at if I feel any differently about it through what I've learned or what other people have talked about, because I'm always open. I always like to see both sides of things. I try to understand why others think the way that they think. I really had a hard time because when I was younger, I always thought everyone should think like me. But I've realized now that no, that's just the way I think. Nobody else should ever think like me because they're individuals. And I should try to understand why maybe they think different than me. And maybe the experiences or where they're at in their life or all those things make them think differently. And I don't care. You can, again, be an expert and say, this is how you should do it. And if you don't do this, then it's not right. But I don't feel that way. I feel that everything's work for different people, that if I miss a workout, I don't beat myself up. If I eat really terrible food for a day or a weekend, I don't beat myself up. I just look at how can I possibly get better the next day or the next day or the next day at being a better person, what I can do to be better. So anyways, if you've watched the video, if it helped in some way, I'm glad. If you're seeing me for just the first time, know that starting something, you don't have to be scared. Who cares if you fail? Who cares if you get subscribers or likes or comments? If you're happy doing what you're doing and it makes you feel good, which this does, then just continue to do it. Your idea of success, who you are, being yourself is all that matters. So remember, your smile makes me smile. Be grateful, be helpful, be kind, and until next time, have a fabulous day.